just quit, chasing what you're after.
Talking like strangers, wrapped in a anger. It's going down. We'll end up back, and sooner or later, what comes around goes around. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me ripped apart. Cold to touch, not too much, but it's never enough. I'm searching inside, but there is nowhere to hide. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me ripped apart. Cold to touch, not too much, but it's never enough. I'm searching inside, but there is nowhere to hide. The burns fell in love, and now I'm left with wanting. It's haunting. Poison lips, sinking ships, leaving me in the ocean, and I drowned with the tide. Giving in like a death by 1,000 concessions. Your confession. You never loved me for who I am, just what you wanted from me. Talking like strangers, wrapped in a anger. It's going down. We'll end up back, and sooner or later, what comes around goes around. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me ripped apart. Cold to touch, not too much, but it's never enough. I'm searching inside, but there is nowhere to hide. The burns fell in love, and now I'm left with wanting. It's haunting. The poison lips, sinking ships, leaving me in the ocean, and I drowned with the tide. Giving in like a death by 1,000 concessions. Your confession. You never loved me for who I am, just what you wanted from me. Talking like strangers, wrapped in a anger. It's going down. We'll end up back, and sooner or later, what comes around goes around. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me ripped apart. Cold to touch, not too much, but it's never enough. I'm searching inside, but there is nowhere to hide. There's nowhere left to hide. There's nowhere left to hide. From my head to my toes, I can feel it in my bones when I take it down. I know I'm never letting go. When I think I regret, now you want me to forget. Every night I'm making lovers meaningless sex. Now my heart is in the palm of your hand, your satisfaction. Wanna quit fucking, now you're looking for some action. Better run quick or just quit, chasing what you're after. Talking like strangers, wrapped in a anger. It's going down. We'll end up back, and sooner or later, what comes around goes around. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me
not have to trust her to love her. That is a myth. Female haters want to fuck me.
Repeat after me. Flush your condoms.
And male haters want to beat me. It's that simple.
Wait a minute. You actually thought you were the only guy she was fucking?
But she told me she loved me.
Live from Philadelphia, your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 404th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is Thursday. My fault. It's Wednesday, February 6th, 2019. We are broadcasting live simultaneously. We've got our multicast going to 3 YouTube channels, 3 Facebook pages, as well as Twitter, but I've only got the chat up for my main channel. So if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Twitter or one of my backup channels, I'm not going to see your comments. I actually get a lot of guys. Like I'll go back and I'll look at the comments in Facebook, Twitter, and they're like, "Hey, Donovan, I'm here. Well, the reason why I don't respond is because I don't have all of the chats up, only the main channel. So listen, come on over to the fathership, to the main channel. If you want to get in on the comments, just go to youtube.com. Do a quick search for Donovan Sharpe. The first channel that you see with my name or with my face as the logo, that is the one that you come to. And that's the one to subscribe to if you want to get in on the conversation. All right, guys, let's get to it. Throughout life, we all learn lessons from many, many different things. We learn the way the world works mainly through trial and error. If we fail a test at school, what do? We study for the next one to make sure that we don't fail. If we get our ass kicked, we learn to fight so we can kick their ass, or at least not get our ass kicked again. If you fail at one business, you take the lessons learned and you apply it to your new business. You guys get the idea. For reasons known only to the creator himself, one of the few exceptions to the rule, at least as far as people who are smart enough to make adjustments in every other part of their lives, is relationships. For whatever reason, gentlemen, we don't adjust our habits and characteristics to ensure that we don't get the same outcome, which, of course, is the sticky end of a relationship. And by the way, it really gets on my nerves when people say, well, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and expecting the same result. I haven't looked this up, but my guess is that that's not really the definition of insanity, right? My guess is that that was probably made up by some top guy at the top of a pyramid scheme, trying to hawk you some sort of a product, sell the licenses. We all know about pyramid schemes. Anyway, I digress. As far as men go, we have the manosphere, fortunately, to help us to make the changes necessary to reduce the odds of getting burned by females, whether it's getting cheated on, sperm jacked, divorce raped, cuckolded, paternity fraud, any other number of ways that women can get over on us and, of course, subsequently ruin our lives. That is what this and many other shows like it are predicated upon. Women, on the other hand, have no interest in changing their habits, their circumstances, or their characteristics to ensure that they can secure a relationship of consequence with a man of value. Listen, any woman out there can get into a short-term relationship with an ain't shit nigga, right? An ain't shit dude. Well, I can get a relationship anytime I want. Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure you can. But you cannot get into a relationship of consequence that lasts with a man of value, and it's because of their habits. Now, the reason that women don't make these adjustments is simple. They don't think they have to. Females do such a good job convincing themselves that every breakup was the guy's fault. Okay? And because of that, they rarely make the changes necessary to clean up their act. Okay, sure, I cheated on him, but it's totally his fault that he spied on me or he hired a private investigator. It's totally his fault. Well, he's just jealous and insecure. No, bitch, you spent the night at your ex's house. You're always staying after hours with Kevin in sales. Nobody's buying that. Okay? But what women don't realize is that they have habits that they bring into every relationship that essentially ends the relationship before it begins. Now, the reason for that is that they don't have a clue because these habits are all packaged as good or healthy or in the woman's best interest. So they never really see the need to change until they're, I don't know, maybe 35, and they all of a sudden realize that sport fucking their way through their 20s may not have been the best idea if they wanted to be in a good relationship with a man that they respect and love. Well, tonight, Uncle Donovan is going to give you guys 20 bad habits that all women have that sabotage their relationships before they begin. That's right, all women. Listen, women all have the same bad habits in this day and age. A few of them figure it out a little bit sooner than others, but by and large, all women have the same bad habits. Well, Donovan, not all. Yes, motherfucker. Oh, if you want a white knight, go somewhere else. That's just all there is to it. My opening rant is brought to you by Tactical Soap. Tactical Soap is a natural pheromone soap that enhances alpha status, masculinity, attractiveness, and charisma. Tactical soaps are formulated with bio-identical pheromone blends designed to enhance the alpha male attitudes that women love and men respect. You can buy Tactical Soap through my affiliate link on donovansharpe.com, and be sure to use the promo code Donovan to get an additional 10% off. If you have a question or comment about habits that women have that fuck up their relationships, give me a call, 914-205-5356. My volume's a little bit low. Turn my gain up a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. If you have an unrelated question about girls, game, finance, fitness, or anything else that pertains to increasing your value and agency as a man, book a one-on-one consult on donovansharpe.com/consults. Follow, add, and like me on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Donovan Sharpe on either platform. I am no longer on Instagram. My decision. If you want access to all of my content, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. There you will find the entire archive of all complete episodes of TSR Live, both audio and video, so you can listen on the go or watch at your leisure. As always, you can watch my show Monday through Thursday afternoons at 5 Eastern, but if you want to be able to rewatch or re-listen to the episodes in their entirety, less than 17 cents a day is all that it takes. Guys, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter to stay in the know on all things Donovan, and in the event of the likely or unlikely event that I get deplatformed here or anywhere else, just go to donovansharpe.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, plug in your email, and you're good to go. Takes literally a second and a half. I timed it myself. If you like what you hear, if you guys get something out of my content and you want to contribute to the show, you can do that through my Streamlabs link. www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. That is www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. I'm putting that in the chat right now. Speaking of chat, let us see who we have got in the house. You guys are lively today already. Hellfighter pops the cherry. Thaddeus Scott gets sloppy seconds, unfortunately for him. There we go. Rob Cruz gets to fuck her in the ass. BK from the Rockies gets to finish on her face. Ryan Sullivan thinks he gets to finish on her face, but he's the guy that has to hold the camera. There we go. Is that? Oh, whoa! That's way way too loud. Okay, I don't want to have to speak too loudly to get my point across. I'm gonna give myself a headache. Yep. I was a little bit ill over the last couple of days. I got hit with a stomach bug. It actually hit me on Super Bowl Sunday, and it cleared up. It cleared up at halftime, so I was good to go. I was good to go for the third and fourth quarter of Super Bowl 53. Unfortunately, it came right back, and then I ended up in the hospital the very next night. But everything is good. I spent the night at the hospital. I'm good. Everything's good. I'm on an antibiotic. All right. Let's see who else we've got in the house here. Oaktown's finest. Good to see you in here. Lion Sin is in the house. Rob Cruz. Lorenzo Davis is in here still talking shit. It's still the Rams' house. Lorenzo, bruh. I got to time you out for that, bruh. Yep. I got to put you in timeout. Listen, dude, you don't get the listen, man. Listen. Your Rams got to the Super Bowl, right? Credit enough, but bruh, your team lost, man. Like, and listen, there's no shame in losing in the Super Bowl, but you can't then come in and talk shit about it's still the Rams' house. No. It's not the Rams' house. The house belongs to Brady, dude. Come on, man. Get out of here with that. Sweet Senator likes the song. Ryan Sullivan says opinions on the State of the Union. Not going to do it. Guys, I'm not a political guy. I'm not going to talk politics. I'm going to watch it, but I'm not going to give my views on politics. That's not what this is. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you guys right now, can the political talk? I am not here. Listen, I'll talk about politics when I want to talk about politics, but I don't really like to talk about politics because I don't really know that much about politics. If you want the political talk, listen, I'm more than happy to have Miami J on. He knows more about politics he's forgotten more about politics than I'll ever know. But this is about 20 bad habits women bring to the table that sabotage their relationships, and politics has absolutely, positively nothing to do with that as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear what's going on in Venezuela. I know that's very close to Miami J. Don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear about Trump. I don't want to hear about the State of the Union address. I'm going to be watching. I don't know if I missed it. I'll be watching it or I'll catch it on the flip side. Not talking about that. Not doing it. Fernando Trejo is a newcomer, says if you like defense, Super Bowl was a good one. Yeah, absolutely. Rob Cruz says, need a good book to read. Well, here, wondering if Donovan's doing the Audible version. No, I'm not going to do the Audible version this time. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Uber guy says, I need to call in today. 914-205-5356, my man. Give me a call. I'll put you right through. If you guys want to be like Uber guy, call in. 914-205-5356. Chase Rubidoux is in the house. Thaddeus Scott is in the house as well. Need to straighten up my posture here. Got some neck issues going on. Might be the beginnings of a migraine headache. Wizard Praying is in the house. Greetings, mortals. Yes, no sound. Yes, I got it. Yes, the mime. Okay, got it. I was good. I was off for about, I don't know, 10 or 12 seconds before I realized it. Brandon Storball in the house. Hispanic Chris, obviously just now getting the memo. Not going to talk politics. Don't give a shit. Seriously, mods, listen, mods, if anybody talks about politics, time them out. I'm not having that. I'm not going to turn this into a political show. That's not my lane. Oh, there we go. Kyle Mitchell says the definition of insanity when your behavior is not congruent with your environment. Well, that could describe pretty much every woman out there, right? Shout out to HS Lee 169 with the $5 contribution. Appreciate that. Shout out to Modern Life Dating who wants me to get him some porn mags. No. Aye. All right, let's see here. Modern Life Dating says, may the great Alpha Chad in the sky bless you all. Excellent. Oh, you guys are, oh, wow, okay. Whoa, wait a minute. Wow, okay. It's weird because my comments will refresh. And I think I'm almost at the end, and then boom, here they come. Kyle Mitchell says, want some bad advice? Ask a woman for relationship advice. Armando Moreno says, Lorenzo, you're a moron. Yes, Lorenzo, you are a moron. You can't be in here. Lorenzo's just one of those, he's one of those clueless fans. Oh, still the Rams house. Okay. Absolutely. JTCX is in here trying to do his or her best ETF 42 impression, says nagging, making ultimatums. We'll see. Red Beast says, been a while, Donovan. What's good? Yeah, man. Stomach is good. Everything is good. Fresno State appreciates the fact that I'm keeping it about the sluts up in here. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, like I said, man, I don't mind talking about politics, but that's not really my lane. Not really good at that. Okay, let's get started here, gentlemen. 20 habits that women have that sabotage their relationships before they begin. Number one, they try to fix or change you. Women do this without even thinking about it. It starts with Donovan, I wish you'd trim your beard. Then it escalates to, you'd look so much better clean shaven. One thing leads to another, and before you know it, you are a completely different person than you were when you met her. And guess what? That's the reason she'll end up leaving you, and she'll say it's because you're not the same person I met. No shit. And you think to yourself, but I did everything you asked, which is true. But women are designed to try to change men, okay? They don't really want you to change, even though they're convinced that they do. Women might not know what they want, but they know what they don't, okay? And what they don't want is a man who follows orders and changes who he is on a woman's whims. Women don't understand that if a man makes the changes that she nags him about all the time, he's going to become something she despises. She doesn't realize it at the time, but one day it'll hit her. When a dude who is just like you, actually when a dude who's just like you used to be, hits on her and starts fucking her. When a woman asks you to change something about yourself, it is a shit test, and she doesn't even know it. She doesn't want you to change. She wants you to stay who you are. And by doing so, you will keep her respect and attraction. Number two, they comfort test too much. A lot of women will do something that we like to call comfort testing, and they do it in a couple of different ways. The first way is a test of masculinity. They want to feel safe with you. The second way is to make sure that you're not going anywhere, and that is where they fuck things up. Now, here's the thing. You're supposed to keep your woman in a mild state of insecurity at all times because it keeps her on her toes and prevents her from, really taking you or your relationship for granted. But every so often, you will find a woman who lives in a constant state of insecurity, so they're comfort testing their men all the time. They'll say things like, hey, let's go to Hawaii next year. Sometimes they take the more direct approach and just straight up ask you, hey, are we okay? Are we solid? The kinds of women that do this all the time, okay, that shit wears very, very thin on their boyfriends. And unless she's a 9 or a 10 who's worth more to him than the way she looks, he's gone. That's all there is to it. Number 3. This is a good one. They try to act like they don't need you or that the future is in doubt if we're still together. This is the opposite of number 2. Okay? And the reason they do it, it doesn't matter. We don't give a fuck why they do it. It's unattractive and try hard. We don't care. The way this works is that a guy will say something to a girl. Okay? And the girl will respond with something like, well, if we're still together, that'd be great. Or they'll start a conversation like, if we're still together, it would be fun to do X, Y, and Z. Now, this is obviously a transparent ploy, at least to men who have red pill awareness. It's a transparent ploy that women use to try to flip the script on men. They want us to think that they're thinking about leaving or that they're not thinking about a future with us or a future with them or us. But red pill aware men, we see right through this bullshit. Okay? Because we know that if she were thinking about leaving or not thinking about a future with us, she's sure as shit not going to tell us, right? Listen, women that do this are trying to be unpredictable and unattainable. And unfortunately for them, okay, men aren't attracted to unpredictable women who play games by trying to give them the impression that she's thinking about walking out on at any time. Okay? Listen, it works for men. Women like that kind of gameplay. They like the fact that a man is unpredictable, unattainable. She's not sure where this is headed. Not the same for men. Men like us, red pill aware men, 5%ers, we commit to women who are predictable and in it for the long haul and are not afraid to admit it out loud. The women out there, they get fucked and chucked. We don't have time for that. Number 4. This one's pretty obvious, but I think I need to mention it anyway. They get fat. Gentlemen, women know damn well that men lose attraction to them when they get fat. We know this. But once again, the world tells them that a real man would love them unconditionally. So they get fat and they stop taking care of themselves. Well, guess what happens? When that happens, men with options are going to find another option, which means women who are actually in shape. Ladies, don't get fat. Number 5, this is a big one. They get comfortable and they stop doing the little things. This is kind of sort of a continuation of number 4, but most girls take this a step further and they stop trying in every aspect. They stop trying to be kind. They stop trying to be generous. They let their manner slip by burping out loud or scratching themselves in front of you, sitting like a man, or saying, better not go in there for a while after taking a steamy shit. Basically abandoning looking, acting, or sounding like a lady in any and all forms when they're in front of you. Guys, listen, we know that women burp, shit, fart, and have to scratch themselves in uncomfortable places. Guys, they're human beings. They have to do this stuff. But when they stop making an effort to keep up the appearance of a lady, men subconsciously check out. And again, I'm talking about 5%ers, red pillow wearer men. Listen, guys with options, they let that shit go. Why? Or guys without options, they let that shit go. Why? Because they don't have any options. Okay, so she burps and farts in front of me. It sucks and it's repulsive, but I don't have any other options, so I guess I'll deal with it. No, fuck that. That is absolutely disrespectful behavior. And men with options, 5%ers, we're not going to stick around for that. Fuck that noise. Let me check the chat one last time here. Check the chat one more time here. All right. Kyle Mitchell says, example of girl advice. Have a slut phase. Wait till you're 30 to look for a husband. Focus on your career and have kids later. And he is just intimidated by your intelligence. Oh my God, I love girl. Dude, this one girl named Desiree said, men are intimidated by me. I said, why? She couldn't. Dude, knocked her off her block. Fucked her 2 days later. Desiree. Whew, that bitch was crazy. Yes, Red Beast says, tries to justify situations where she is in the wrong. Absolutely. Pine's the word in the house. I need to make you a mod, Pine. Let me add Pine the moderator. Says, never change. If you do, you'll become something she hates. Good, good. Thaddeus Scott says, sloppy seconds we've all had. It was just my turn. Ricky Bobby said, Desiree, definitely a stripper. No, actually, Desiree was one of the call center hoes that I was banging back in the day. That is a good stripper. Like, and here's the thing. I've opened up the chat. Hey, give me your best stripper names, right? But I'm going to open it up again. But wait, don't give me the girl's stage name. I want to know what her real name is. Give me the birth name of a stripper. I like Desiree, Tahoe, Sierra. Of course, you had a lot of those living in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Dynasty was the stripper name. Yeah, we don't want stripper stage names. Okay, we want to know what her name was before. Oh, here we go. We got Brittany, Joanne, Yvette, Chanda, Legacy, Mercedes, Amber. Yes, yes. Well, yeah. Lisa's. I don't think I ever fucked a stripper whose real name was Lisa, or at least I never found out. Brenda, that's kind of old. Pamela's an old name. Jenna, but her stripper name was Genesis. Alexis. Talisha Fitzgerald, that's a little specific. Irene, Melissa, Crystal, Candace, Caitlin, Nicole, Jessica, Absidy, Tanya, Stacy, Heather, Valerie, Ashley with an I, Maria, Lisa, Ann, Katie, who else we got? Marika, Jessica, Lynn. Listen, if a girl has a double first name and the last part of the double first name, there it is. If it's Lynn, she's destined to be a stripper. Yolanda, she's either going to be Hispanic or black. Anything with a Lynn, yep, that's right. Got a big announcement here coming right up. Gentlemen, the TSR merchandise shop is now open for business. Get your hands on sweet gear like t-shirts, the hoodie shirt like the one I'm wearing now. You can get mouse pads and, of course, the official Kevin in Sales t-shirt and coffee mug. You can even get a shirt for your lady. And by the way, this is interesting. I actually asked if I could eliminate every size for the woman's shirt except for small and medium, and I was told no. So if your woman is fat, don't buy her a shirt until she loses weight. Well, if she's fat, you need to dump her anyway. I can't listen, guys. I love you and I appreciate your support. I can't have fat bitches repping the TSR brand. I'm sure you understand. Plus, every so often, I will be adding new merchandise. I'll be adding new colors, styles, including gear with the retro TSR logo, so you can stay up to date with all of the latest gear. If you want to support the show and look good while doing it, go to donovansharpe.com/merch. That is donovansharpe.com/MERCH. And ladies, if you are a size XL or above, keep your money and invest in a gym membership. Again, donovansharpe.com/merch, donovansharpe.com/MERCH. You know, I wonder what would happen. If you used tactical soap and wore a Kevin and Sales t-shirt to Casual Friday. It'd be very interesting. It'd be very interesting to see what that's all about. We'll see. Guys, I'm not taking requests. Listen, I don't want to hear, do you have this in short sleeve, long sleeve, this color, that color? Guys, look, man. I'm going to release certain styles, certain colors. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. I don't need to have some huge, array of things. At some point, the store is going to be big and huge, but for now, we're going to keep it very simple, very plain. Yeah, listen, fat bitches, don't buy my shit. Seriously. If I see an XL shirt ordered, whoever it is, I'm going to send them a refund. Keep the shirt, dude. I'm going to send them a refund, tell them to burn the shirt. Fuck that. Yes, the official Donovan Sharpe, the TSR coffee mug, like I've been drinking out of here, if you guys are paying attention. And of course, I'm wearing the long sleeve hoodie, as you guys can see. Yeah, the TSR gear is actually sweet. It's good quality stuff, not cheap stuff. That's funny. Rob215 says send him a gym flyer. So if a woman orders a size XL or above, send him a flyer for a t-shirt as well. Ay. If you are watching on Facebook, Twitter, or on one of my backup YouTube channels, come on over to my main channel to watch the rest of the show. Search for Donovan Sharpe on YouTube, and the first channel you see with my face as the logo is the channel you should come to and subscribe to. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, or one of my backup YouTube channels, come to my main channel to watch the rest of this episode. 914-205-5356 is the number to call to get in on the show. Let's go to C in Vegas. C, what's going on, brother?
Don, what's going on? How you feeling today?
Woo, I'm a lot better, man. It was a rough beginning of the week. Dude, listen, real talk, I lost 9 pounds. I walked into the ER at 230 pounds. I weighed myself yesterday morning, 221. Lost 9 pounds in 2 days.
That's wild. That's wild. It's crazy, Donovan, because kind of on that point, I missed the gym for a week and a half. Sorry. I know it's not good, but I lost so much weight after that too. I was like, damn, I need to get this weight back up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like losing non-gym weight. You get what I'm saying? It's not good. But I got a quick one for you.
All right, what you got?
I guess it's a habit, Donovan. But I guess it's not common. But she insists on meeting your friends.
Ooh.
I don't like that one. I keep my I keep my lives kind of separate. I don't do it. And by the way, Donovan, it's interesting because even before I got pretty good with women. There's something instinctual about that where it's like I just keep them separate. I don't like them intersecting. I don't know why. It was just something kind of primal there. But I just no. I don't want you to meet my friends. I don't want you hanging around my friends all the time. X, Y, and Z. It's not that I'm jealous, whatever. It's just something. I like to keep those lives separate. It just makes it that much easier, especially if anything goes wrong or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's in the middle. And all that type of stuff. You get what I'm saying, Don?
No, listen, you are 100% on point. As a matter of fact, I think episode 400 or 401 was 21 Signs Your Homeboy is Trying to Fuck Your Girl. And we have the 21 signs, but and I started the episode off by letting guys know, dude, it is a myth that that your girlfriend and your friends have to get along. It's a myth that your wife and your friends. No, fuck that. Okay, and a lot of guys say, "Well, why are you in?" A lot of people, why are you insecure? No. The difference between insecurity and territorialism is insecurity is reactive. Being territorial is proactive. Okay, I'll give you an example.
Right.
Being insecure is watching one of your homeboys flirt with your girl and you rush in and you mate guard. That's being insecure. Being territorial is not allowing your girl to meet your homeboys in the first place, dude. Fuck that. My girlfriend is best friends with my best. No. Listen, if you guys want to be best friends, I'm happy for you. I can't be in a relationship with either one of you. So, and again, just like you said, that's that. You can't explain it. That's that primal instinct. You are territorial over what belongs to you, and that's your woman. No, don't feel bad about that at all, man. I did an entire episode dedicated to that point.
Excellent, D. All right, that's all I got for D. But by the way, D, take care and be healthy, okay, man?
Yeah, will do, man. Hey, get back in that gym.
I did today. I was lifting heavy weights. I'm already on it.
All right, you the man, dude. I'll see you, man. See you in Vegas, dropping the knowledge. Kyle Mitchell wants to know if I had gastroenteritis. I thought I did, but the medication they put me on gave me explosive diarrhea. But somewhere in there, I caught a stomach virus. So along with the explosive diarrhea and the stomach virus, that's what put me in the hospital. As a matter of fact, dude, I was so dehydrated that they put, of course, I had the IV in my arm all night. They put 3 bags of fluid in me, 3 bags of saline solution. Or what is that saline solution? Is it 3 bags of fluid? Whatever it is that they put into your system. I took 3.5 bags of fluid. That's when I really, really started to feel better. That, and of course, the Toradol. The Toradol, helped with the pain. So, listen, shout out to the downtown Philadelphia hospital. They took very, very good care of me. It was a busy, busy night that night, guys. I was in the waiting room for a good 4 hours, like no doubt. But I still watched The Bachelor. My ass still watched The Bachelor, goddammit. But no, everything is fine. I'm on antibiotics. Things are still pretty loose, but not as painful. Shout out to Ricky Bobby with the $5 contribution. For whatever reason, my alerts, my notifications aren't showing up on the screen. So if you make a contribution and you don't see your message, just make sure you put the message in the chat. Abram Outlaw says, "What about your dad? What about when your dad wants to meet your girl?" Well, then introduce her to your girl, dude. Like, come on, man. You're killing me. Okay, let's continue with the last 15 habits that women have, bad habits that women have, that sabotage their relationships. Number 6, she spends too much time on social media. Facebook and Instagram are the places where women create false realities about themselves. Every girl is in a fabulous relationship with the man of their dreams. Everything they do is wonderful. Everything they're eating is the best they've ever had. Every place they go is an experience of a lifetime, and so on and so forth. I can actually hold this thing. There we go. Now, if Facebook and Instagram were truthful, then no one would ever get divorced and we'd all live happily ever after. Now, everybody, including women, they know people lie and exaggerate on social media. They know that their friends lead the lives that their friends lead, quote unquote friends. They're not as great as they would lead them to believe, but they still internalize it as truth because they see it all the time. At some point, they're going to start comparing these mythical relationships that they see every day on social media to their own relationships in real life. And guess what? 10 times out of 10, the grass is going to look greener on the other side, even though she knows that grass is fake. And by the way, this is the other reason that YouTube ban your woman from social media. I think you guys know what my stance is on that. Anyway, eventually she'll be unhappy because her relationship isn't as glorious as the fake one she's seeing on Facebook and Instagram, which leads to number 7. They start nitpicking little stuff. So when girls can no longer distinguish make-believe from reality, they start to nitpick. They say to themselves, well, Heather's in a great relationship with a great guy. Why can't Donovan be more like Charlie? And before long, she starts to nitpick about dumb shit and starts comparing you to Charlie, and eventually you go back to number one when she's trying to fix you. You guys see how the cycle works? Listen, guys, again, women grow old, they never grow up, and they never change. This is just all there is to it. Number 8, the eighth habit, the eighth bad habit that women have that sabotage their relationships is they try to compete with you. Feminism tells women that men are attracted to competitive women. Feminism tells women that men are attracted to all masculine qualities, but competitiveness, gentlemen, that's the one that gets old quick. Listen, man, there is absolutely nothing wrong with having a friendly competition with your girl if you're out bowling or you're playing Wii tennis or video games or something stupid like that. But when women But women who try to compete at every turn, they wear out their welcome very, very quickly, guys. Especially 5%ers. They think that being right about everything or being overly competitive is turning him on, but it's doing the exact opposite, and they never realize it until it's too late. Number 9. This is a big one. They put their ex on a pedestal. Most of the time, when a girl talks about her ex, she's blaming everything on him. It's always he was abusive and an alcoholic and a drug dealer and a gambler and a criminal and an ex-con, and he was just rotten to the core through and through, and there was just nothing good about him. Par for the course, because obviously girls never own up to their part in the demise of any given relationship. They have to exaggerate everything. But a lot of these girls, gentlemen, will pedestalize their exes even after talking shit about them. I see this stuff happen all the time. They'll say things like, well, he was abusive, but oh my God, he fucked me so good. Right? Or, we've had our bad times, but nobody loved me like he did. And the more stuff she says like this, the more she starts to romanticize the past, like all girls do with their past boyfriends. And if you say anything at all about her ex while she's telling these stories, like, damn, he sounded like a douchebag, she'll literally do a 180 and start defending him, which makes you look like a jackass. And before the dude knows it, she starts to sound like an alpha widow, which probably means she is. And she starts comparing her ex to her current boyfriend, and eventually starts fucking the ex again. Before that happens, a 5%er will either shut that shit down in the beginning, or we just bounce. I cannot be with a woman who pines about her ex. If you care so much about your ex, why were you with him for 5 years? If you still care about that much about him, you can get the fuck out. See you later. Number 10. They leave out pertinent details about the men in their lives. Now, I'm not talking about the typical shit like, I've only slept with 5 guys my entire life, or I've never cheated on anybody. No. I'm talking about everyday situations where they leave out the fact that they ran into their ex at the grocery store, or that the coworker she's going to that conference with in Vegas is a man by the name of Kevin, who has a really cool mug that he bought on Donovan Sharpe's merchandise store. When girls leave out these kinds of details, there's only one reason and one reason only. It's because they don't want you to know about whatever guy they're with or the guy that they saw. And the reason for that is because she was attracted to him. Now, gentlemen, that's not a crime because your girl is going to be attracted to other men. She's human. She's going to be attracted to men other than you. Get used to that fact, gentlemen. That's life. That's the game. Part of the gig. Fine. Because you are too. This is just how it is. Dude, Devin sees guys she's attracted to all day, every day. I see girls I'm attracted to. This is just how it works. But when you find out that her yoga instructor is a 6'4" Adonis with movie star looks, you're going to be fucking pissed off because she never mentioned the fact that he was a man. You assumed that he was a woman because his name was Kelly or Jesse or Cameron, and your woman knew that you would assume that he was a woman because of his name. And your woman knew it but didn't tell you because she knew you'd have a problem with it. This is the kind of stuff that causes that inherent mistrust with men. And women never realize how detrimental this is because they're confused and frustrated when their boyfriends start quizzing her on the details about something that she just told them. She can figure out why he doesn't take what she says as absolute truth and at face value, because he knows that she has left out details in the past regarding men around her. And sooner or later, he's going to leave because he can't believe anything she says. He was not going to leave anything to chance. The last 10 habits that women have that fuck up their relationships with men. Plus, more of your calls and comments on the other side. We'll be right back.
TSR Live is brought to you by Good Vibes CBD Oil. Good Vibes reduces stress, anxiety, and mellows you out. Use it right before bed to get the best night's sleep you've ever had. Buy Good Vibes CBD Oil through Donovan's affiliate link on donovansharpe.com. Use promo code Donovan15 to get 15% off.
Welcome back to the 404th edition of TSR Live on a Wednesday. Good to have you guys in tonight. For those of you joining us from my Facebook pages, my Twitter feed, from my other YouTube channels, thank you guys very much for coming over and tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to my weekly newsletter to stay in the know in the event that I get deplatformed here or anywhere else. If you want to make a contribution to the show, once again, go to www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe. I'm putting that in the comment. I'm putting that in the chat now. That is www.streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. Sam Bada. No. That is not the voice of Sam Bada, guys. I don't know where you guys got that from. No. No, Sam Bada is the voice of Sam Bada is the voice of the Rational Male. That voice, that's actually Steve the Dean's guy, and that is not Sam Bada. Like, I've sat next to and spoken with Sam Bada. That's not him. I don't know. Maybe somebody thought it was. 914-205-5356 is the number to call if you have a question or a comment. If you would like your music featured on the show, like the Phoenix Philosophy, boom, there's my CD right there. I got it from their main guy. Send me a few tracks. Make sure you include your stage name, the names of your tracks, your labels, and where your music can be found. Wouldn't mind a free few underground tracks as well. Send that to tsr@donovansharpe.com. That's tsr@donovansharpe.com. Let me go back to the chat here. See what you guys are talking about. Abram Outlaw likes the fact that I use the word loose when describing the plumbing. Mike Shinnery says, Bachelor Dude is too soft. Listen, Mike Shinnery, dude, the Bachelor Dude is clueless. He is absolutely clueless, man. Absolutely clueless. Rob says, bruh, Instagram is out of control with women. Of course, dude. Of course. Thaddeus Scott wants to know any sites where we can display our acquired Sharpe merchandise. I don't understand the question. If you would, please clarify that. Mr. Obvious says, yep, hate competitive women big time. Yeah, dude, and women, oh my God, women are not really competitive. They like to say that they're competitive. I remember one time Christine Leahy on the Colin Cowherd show, she's like, I'm very competitive. Yeah. I'm like, bitch, you're not competitive. You're a fucking cheerleader. You got fucked by everybody on the football team. The only thing you were competitive about was how many cocks you were taking. Out of here with that. Competitive. Freelance Ronan says, black women, are notorious for trying to compete with men. Yes, this is because Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey, Iyanla Van Zant teach women that men are attracted to competitive women. It's ridiculous. I'm hyper competitive. No, you're not. No, you're not. Yeah, the Phoenix Philosophy is, dude, those guys are the truth, man. They really are. Abram Outlaw says, I want to do your voiceovers. I will do it for free. No, that's all right. I'm good. I appreciate it. Antonio Catan says, when you watch these dating shows, you feel so many guys really need to read The Rational Male. Dude, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding, man. Okay, let's continue. Number 11. The 11th bad habit that women bring into relationships that end up sabotaging them. They take relationship advice from their slutty friends. Gentlemen, one of the most detrimental things that women do to themselves is taking relationship advice from their friends. Not their married friends who have good marriages. No. They take advice from their slutty friends, right? Their married friends who are cheating on their husbands, their friends, okay? Or their friends who are in new relationships seemingly just about every other year. Listen, every woman knows that girl or that or a group of friends. They got a boyfriend every other month, right? They got a new boyfriend, flavor of the week every single week. Those are the girls they take their cues from. Now, the reason women never take advice from women who are in good relationships or good marriages or successful long-term relationships is because the advice that they give isn't the advice that these hoes want to hear. She's asked her friends who are in good relationships for advice before, and the advice that she was given was too difficult to hear and even more difficult to follow. She was told that in order to gain trust from her boyfriend, that she needed to give him access to her phone and be open and honest about her whereabouts at all times. But because girls ain't trying to hear or do it, she ends up getting advice from her other friends, the ones who cheat on their boyfriends and fuck 3 different guys every week. These girls can never say to themselves, why? It's interesting. These girls never just stop and think to themselves, why would I take financial advice from someone who's broke? Or why would I take fitness advice from a fat girl? And then equate it to, why would I take relationship advice from Courtney, who fucks different guys from the club every weekend? Number 12, she denies her desire to be objectified. Way back in episode 85, I talked about the fact that when I was training Devin to be my main chick, that I required her to allow herself to be objectified during sex. Watch and listen. I'll use my own woman as an example. When she goes to work, she looks professional. She never, ever, ever shows any cleavage. She never wears high heels, and all of the dresses she wears to work are down to her ankles. She does this because I told her to. She understands the reasons I require her to wear certain things, and she's well aware of the reasons why I don't let her wear certain things. Even if she didn't understand it, guess what? Because I said so, that's why. You can see maybe 5% of her body, her face and her hands. That's it. And maybe her ankles, depending on the shoes she's wearing. Now, when she's at home and it's time to drain my balls, only 5% of her body is then covered up. And I talked about this in episode 85. Take a listen and watch.
The next thing she did is I made her buy slutty clothes, guys. Listen, no exaggeration, guys. My girl owns an entire wardrobe of slutty clothing. Since we met, since I met her, she's bought, I don't know, something like 15 to 20 pairs of thongs. She's got all kinds of see-through lingerie. She's got a few pair of heels. And listen, these heels, she'll never wear them outside. I mean, she can barely walk in them in the first place. One of those heels is a pair of clear stripper heels that strippers wear on stage. Yes, those kinds of heels, guys. Okay? She's got all kinds of slutty clothes. Listen, guys, she bought so much, we had to make a spreadsheet to keep track of it all. To keep them in rotation, to make sure she didn't wear the same thing twice or the same things more than once, to keep it fresh. Okay? She's bought certain kinds of jewelry, wrist and ankle restraints. Anything and everything I told her to buy, she bought. When I fuck my girl, I want her to look like a porn star. That's the look I want, guys. She's got the...
Girls these days think that if men objectify them, that this is a bad thing. This, of course, is another feminist lie. Feminism tells girls that it's bad to be objectified and that women need to respect them for so much more than just their bodies. But what they don't tell these girls is that if a man isn't sexually attracted to them, he's going to bounce. So aside from getting fat, Girls take exception when their boyfriends ask them to put on a thong, or slutty clothes, or slutty heels because, oh my God, I'm being objectified. Newsflash, gentlemen, girls love being objectified. Females live for male desire. Go take a look at Instagram. There's your proof right there. They love it when men look at them like a piece of meat. They love it when men openly show that they're sexually attracted to them. This includes their boyfriends and husbands. There's not a wife or a girlfriend alive today that wouldn't absolutely positively love seeing their boyfriends or husbands mouths water when they walk into the room wearing nothing but heels and handcuffs and a smile. They love this shit, guys. So when a girl tells her boyfriend, OMG, I will not allow you to objectify me, he says to himself, cool, I'll just fuck your friend who thinks it's hot that I think high heels should be only pointing at the ceiling or the wall. Number 13. She watches way too many romantic comedies. This is similar to the social media one that I pointed out a little earlier. But the difference here is that rom-coms, they've been around a lot longer. Okay? When girls see these movies, they once again internalize something that isn't real. Right? They see a tall, dark, handsome man with all of the physical traits who acts like a beta, who cannot live without them. The loyal alpha, as Alpha Male Strategies likes to put it. These bitches are too fucking stupid to realize that the men who look like this are never fixated on one woman and won't allow her, and will not follow her to the ends of earth in a hilarious whirlwind romance filled with laughter and love. Starts tomorrow in select cities, rated R. Life ain't a fucking movie, guys. There's so many girls out here looking for that perfect, awkward, funny, romantic chance meeting in a grocery store with a tall, tan, gorgeous, blonde-haired, blue-eyed stud, and they never get it because life ain't the fucking movies. And even if they do find it, they don't know what to do after that. Because the movie ends before John Cusack and Katherine Heigl get married, have 3 kids, they're up to their eyeballs in debt, and they hate each other because she's having an affair. He's lost the job, and their 14-year-old daughter is fucking a 32-year-old who just got out of prison for Grand Theft Auto. Then they wonder where all the good men have gone and why their lives aren't going according to plan. NYKia31 says, Kevin in sales ain't about that shit. You're goddamn right he's not. Number 14. They overthink things all the time. Oh, this is mind-numbing. So many girls out here outthink everything. If he doesn't put a period at the end of a text, she's asking her friends, well, what does it mean? Or if he's cheating, or if he's not in love with her anymore. If he decides to fuck her at his place, she wonders if he doesn't like her place anymore, or if he's fucking someone in her apartment complex. These bitches out here dissect anything and everything because girls have nothing better to do than to overanalyze the most inconsequential actions by their boyfriends and husbands. And when you think about something long enough, especially as a woman, you'll start to find something wrong or find faults or see signs that something bad is happening, and they start doing things based on bad things that aren't really happening. At this point, one of two things is going to happen. Either she'll end up cheating because girls never just leave a relationship. They'll cheat their way out of him first, or he will because she's acting like a fucking psycho. Paralysis by analysis. Every girl does this. Sharpe Assist nails it on the head. They are neurotic. Number 15. This one's pretty obvious. They stop sucking dick. Girls will never truly understand the immense pleasure that a man gets when he watches a woman suck his dick. There aren't too many things in this world that are too much better than a girl on her knees stroking your dick with her mouth. And because of this ignorance, they assume that once they have our commitment, they don't have to do it anymore. So they stop sucking dick. Then they get mad and ask, well, why did you fuck my friend? Because she sucks dick and you don't. Now get out of here. She's on her way over. Number 16. They try to weaponize sex. I remember I was fucking this one girl from Indian Springs. And for the first month or so, we were pretty solid. The sex was, I don't know, it was above average, I would say. But she was hot. She was a fucking smoke show, and she was really nice. Probably an ugly duckling, because girls that look like her usually aren't nice unless they were ugly as kids, right? So anyway, I drove down there one night, and Indian Springs is hotter than Vegas. Oh my God, Indian Springs it's a fucking oven. So I drove down there one night, and we're hanging out, and I come up behind her, and I grab her tits, bite her neck, let her know I'm trying to fuck. This bitch has the gall to say to me, "You haven't earned it yet." Now, she laughed while she said it, so I thought she was joking around and trying to be playful. I put my hand down her panties, and she wrenches away, and she says, "No, I'm serious. You haven't earned it yet." So I was confused. I said, "Are you serious?" And she looks at me. She says, "I'm dead serious." She says, "You can't just waltz in here and fuck me without whining and dining me a little bit." I said to her, "Well, I ain't the whining and dining type." And she said, "Well, I guess you're not getting laid tonight." I said, "That's what you think," and walked right out the door. You see, what this bitch didn't know is that she was the side chick. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I knew she was coming over after she got off work. So the fact that this bitch tried to pull this bullshit on me didn't faze me not one bit. That's the power of abundance. Oh, by the way. Anyway, girls try to do this shit all the time. They give up the pussy in the beginning, okay? And then they try to take it away to control you. Now, the average man would have fallen for Loose's bullshit. That was actually the girl's name. It was Luz. Not loose like loose, but Luz. She was Mexican, and when you're speaking Spanish, Z is S. Her name was Luz. I think her last name was Mendoza. Luz Mendoza. Anyway. So, just like every other girl out there who plays her hand with a man she knows could do without her, she's blowing up my phone all the way home. "Come back. I was kidding. Why are you being stupid? I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah." And no, I didn't turn around, and no, I didn't respond. I put her dumbass on ice for a while. I texted her back the next week, and oh, it's a miracle. That straightened her ass out, and she was my side chick again for a little while longer. Never turned me down for sex again. Any other man, gentlemen, would have stayed there and jumped through her ridiculous hoops, and they would have lost her respect. They might have kept fucking her, but failing a shit test like that is the beginning of the end. 5%ers, we ain't here for that. We expect the pussy every time, all the time. And when we don't get it, we bounce to the next chick on the roster. That's how this works. Girls who try to weaponize sex to control men, they actually like. And this is funny. Girls actually do this with guys they actually like. It always fucks up their relationships. And once again, it's probably because one of their slutty friends told them to do it to gain control of the relationship. Stupid fucking bitches. Charles Merchant says, "Indian Springs is ripe with hoes." You are goddamn... Dude, oh my God. Yeah, Indian Springs is fucking crawling with fucking bitches, dude. Listen, if you can't... if you're slumping in Vegas, go to Indian Springs. For sure. Number 17. They overestimate their value. This is where feminism leads girls astray again. Girls think that because they're more valuable in a reproductive sense, that they must be more valuable in a relationship sense. And girls figure this out the hard way at some point or another, and it usually starts the first time a guy they actually like walks out on them. When girls get fat, it's because they've overestimated their value. When girls stop sucking dick, it's because they've overestimated their value. When girls stop making an effort to act like a lady, it's because they've overestimated their value. And the fucked up thing is that all a girl has to do to maintain her value to a man is to stay fit, cook, represent him well in public, not get out of pocket, not disrespect him, suck his dick, and give him pussy. That's it. That's not difficult compared to what we have to do to maintain our value to women, which encompasses a hell of a lot more. Not complaining, this is how it is, but there's a lot more we have to do. But today's females think that all they have to be is there, and her boyfriend will thank his lucky fucking stars that he is so blessed to be graced by her very presence, because that's what feminism tells them. Then when she gets dumped for the 8th time in 8 months, she wonders where she went wrong. Girls need to understand that pussy doesn't equal commitment. Pussy gets you in the door. The rest gets you my time and attention. and females think that they shouldn't be required to do any of that stuff, and unfortunately for them, they sabotage their relationships in this way before it even starts. Let's go back to the chat here before we hit these last three. Area code 404, I see you in the queue. I'm going to get to you in just a second. Okay. Well, you guys are way, way back. Jose says someone needs to put Meghan Markle in check. Whatever. Dude, I mean, anybody who expected Meghan Markle to stay in pocket is, not paying attention. You're obviously not red pill aware. Winston Wolf, giving props to the production quality. Appreciate that. B. Ryan says that's why 50 Shades of Grey exists and women have no problem with it. Yep. Mr. Obvious says rom-coms, it's blue pill for women. Listen, rom-coms is equivalent to porn for men, right? Rom-coms is female, romantic comedies, that's female porn. Armando Moreno says, I recommend you all watch Blue Valentine, a red pill movie for sure. Yeah, Blue Valentine is absolutely a red pill movie. Very, very good red pill movie. Wizard Prank said Luce wanted to be paid in advance. Yeah, fuck that bitch. Yeah, Jose says, that's what you think. Damn, that's next level game. It's next level game, but it's also having an abundance mindset. Even if I didn't have a girlfriend, even if I didn't have a girl coming over later that night, I still would have bounced, dude. Listen, at some point, you have to understand that allowing a woman to get away with withholding sex, that's going to end the relationship eventually at some point. Guys never realize this. Why isn't my woman fucking me? Because you have allowed her not to fuck you. Well, what if she didn't feel like it? Okay, what if you didn't feel like being her boyfriend? What if you felt like withdrawing your time, attention, and commitment? That kind of changes things. Yes, obviously Harry has definitely not been paying attention. Boiled Nappy says, when are you running for president? Donovan, you have my vote. That's funny. 914-205-5356 is the number to call. Let's go to area code 404. You're on live with Donovan. Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, Donovan? I'm going to make this really quick, man.
Okay.
I want to talk about rom-coms. Rom-coms are to women what shoot-em-up movies like The Matrix are to men.
Okay.
What women want from rom-coms are similar to me thinking I'm going to get into a gunfight and run on the walls and shoot while diving. That's how that stuff seems to go for me, man.
Oh my God, that's good.
I'm serious.
Listen, it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. Especially in John Woo movies where it's always some guy shooting to the side. Dude, no. Or here's another example. Guys that get into fist fights in movies, like nobody ever misses a punch, right? Like in real fights, you swing and miss, and real fights last about 10 to 15 seconds. But these fights where guys are just wailing on each other, and then at the end of the fight, everybody's face is clean, no teeth are missing, no puffy eyes, none of that stuff, right?
Pretty much, dude. I just wanted to make it quick, man, because I know you got a lot going on, man. I hope you feel better. You keep it going. I look forward to this at 5 o'clock every day. Stay up, Donovan.
Appreciate it, man. Kyle Mitchell in the house. I think that was Kyle, if I'm not mistaken. Very good caller. Let's go to area code 754. I think this might be Jerry.
Yo!
Yes!
Yeah, man.
Yes! I'm starting to memorize the numbers.
Man.
Yes, sir. I'm starting to memorize the numbers, man.
Yeah, you good. You good. You got me. Yeah, another thing women do, and I think it's also a shit test, is like on a first date, I always do the coffee and then feed the ducks thing.
Yeah.
That
Steve the Dean.
That's recommended. But I notice if they pull out their phone and they start texting and they start looking at their phone during that's a thing that, especially these younger chicks, that's the big thing that they do. Kind of, it's a difficult habit to get them to break it.
No, listen, I agree. If you are ever out on a date with a woman, and thanks for the call, Jerry. If you're ever out on a date with a woman, and I don't care if it's a first date or a 254th date, okay? If she's on her phone, you tell her to put it away. Devin and I, I've known Devin now going on 3 years. We were dating for a year, and we were dating a year and a half before we actually got together. We've been together almost a year and a half, right? So that's how this goes. Devin never, ever, ever. The only time Devin touches her phone is when she's looking for a coupon to get us a discount at whatever restaurant we're eating at. Okay? Do not allow women to be on their phones during a date. It doesn't make it. Well, what if it's a first date, Donovan? It doesn't matter. Well, how do I handle it? If a girl pulls out her phone on a date, you just look at her and be like, put that away for me, would you? Right? You don't have to be like, hey, can you, well, I would really appreciate it if you would, well, like, no. But you don't have to be an asshole about it either. Put away your fucking phone. Don't be meathead red pill guy. Just be assertive and be direct. Hey, put that away for me, would you? And just gotta, give her a small smile. Let her know what's going on. She'll know that you have both touch. She knows that you have the presence of mind to understand the situation. You're not a dickhead, but you're being very direct. Women respect that. Then, of course, the further along you get into the relationship, if she pulls out her phone, what the fuck are you doing? Put your phone away. That's how that works. Yes, this is a segment, a part of the show that I have actually neglected in doing the last couple times. On the Red Man group last weekend, we had a guy call in, and he wanted to know, hey, how can we find other like-minded men? And because it's very difficult for red pill aware men to find groups and communities with each other. We all get and know and understand that. Well, what I'd like to do is, and it's actually something that I've gotten away from on my show as of late, is we do what's called a location roll call, right? So everyone put in your location. I'm going to do it now. The idea is, of course, to see where my audience is, but the second idea is to see where other men are. Like Kyle Mitchell, I think Kyle is down in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Kyle Mitchell's in Miami. And if you're a guy who's in Miami, or if you live in Homestead and you watch the show, hey, maybe you make envoys with Kyle. Hey, let's meet up. Let's chat. Let's get together. There we are. See, Kyle Mitchell's in South Beach. We got Baltimore, Houston, Texas. We've got L.A., Illinois, the Bay Area, Maryland, East Hollywood, Cali, Eatontown, New Jersey, not too far from here, Pompano, Florida, Toronto, Orange, we've got Calgary, very good, Louisville, Brooklyn, Fresno, San Antonio. Abram Outlaw says Ellicott City. Where is that? Is that in this country? Jacksonville, Florida, L.A., Phoenix, Dublin, Ireland. Very good. Excellent. Dude, Pakistan. See, listen, two guys in here from Philly, at least. And I know that 27 Boogs is also from Philly. Detroit. I'm sorry, Craig. You live in Detroit. Okay. So Abram Outlaw is in Maryland. We got Brazil in the house. Good. Very, very good. Excellent. Yeah, I'd like to do this. I'd like to do this once every show. So if you guys see somebody in here who is watching the show and you want to start a community, start a group, start meeting up. You don't meet up every other Tuesday for beers just to kind of talk. This is how it gets started. Tucson, Arizona. All right, good. Good, very good. And listen, if you're from Las Vegas, New Mexico, just say you're from Las Vegas, New Mexico, right? Don't say I'm from Vegas, New Mexico. If you're from Miami, Ohio, just say Miami, Ohio. Sacramento, DC, excellent. Birmingham, very good. Greenville, I've been to a lot of these places. Excellent. Salt Lake City, perfect. There we go. Very good. Listen, Armando Moreno says, Oaktown, we need to put a group together here in the Bay Area. Listen, there needs to be 10 groups. in the Bay Area. Jose is from Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Las Vegas, Nevada. There we are. And by the way, it's Nevada, not Nevada. I don't consider myself to be a Nevadan, but I lived there long enough. I can call Nevada sort of my home away from home. It's Nevada, guys, not Nevada. Excellent, excellent. Great show. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this off. The last 3 bad habits that women bring into relationships that sabotage them before they start. Number 18, they try to do everything to avoid being labeled as needy. This is one that we can blame female magazines and relationship experts for. We can blame this one on those bitches. Okay. Women are consistently told that being needy is a bad thing because it makes them look weak and it'll scare guys away. Wrong on both counts. Newsflash, ladies, as men, we don't mind needy females, okay? Females need guidance. They need protection from danger and from themselves. They need us not to feed into their emotional shenanigans. They need our strength. They need us to keep them from self-destructing. They need us to demand their best and hold them accountable. They need us to put shit together and carry heavy objects. They need us to fix their cars or hook up their cable. So in that regard, needy women are a good thing, especially when they can acknowledge to themselves that they need these things. Nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make you weak, ladies. It makes you a woman. Needy is being mischaracterized as high maintenance. The bitch who needs reassurance every half an hour that you don't have one foot out the door, that's high maintenance. The chick who needs constant validation of her attraction because she asks you shit like, are you sure you're still attracted to me after you fucked her 3 times in less than an hour? High maintenance. The girl who insists on you bringing you to meet her friends to show them you're not a make-believe boyfriend, that's high maintenance. What ends up happening is that girls end up trying to do everything themselves to keep themselves from being the wrong definition of needy. You offer, and I'll give you a few examples. You offer to bring up her grocery store apartment. No thanks, I got it. While her face turns purple halfway up the stairs. You tell her you'll put together the bookshelf she just bought. It's, no, I got it. I don't want you to feel obligated. If you offer to fix her swamp cooler because it's 173 degrees out, inside her house, she tells you not to worry about it and that she'd rather pay someone else $200 to do it, to do what you could do in 5 minutes. Okay? That's ridiculous. At some point, men say to themselves, well, what the fuck does she need me for? We end up ghosting on them. Number 19. This is a big one. 18, 19, and 20, guys, these are all huge. This is a big one, and listen up closely. Ladies, if you're watching, you guys really need to listen up. Yeah, I took a quick look at Devin's tits there. It's funny, on a quick tangent here. I still look at Devin's ass when she walks out of the room. Like, it's every time. Like, she gets up to go to the kitchen, I look at her ass. She gets up to go to the bathroom, I look at her ass. Listen, if you still look at your woman's ass a year and a half into your relationship, she's probably still attractive. Number 19. They do not try to build trust because they assume they already have it. This is where most women end up fucking things up. Okay? Because they foolishly believe that a man who fucks them must also trust them. Okay? They think that if a man is sticking his dick in her on the regular and decides he might want to spend time with her outside of fucking, that they don't have to proactively build trust. You see, back in the day, women didn't have to proactively build trust. There wasn't nearly as much temptation as there is today. Females back then didn't have devices that could literally summon a dozen cocks right to her exact location with a few taps and a few swipes. So when they started dating a man, the trust was already in place. There were very few ways that women could get away with cheating. But what girls don't understand is that men are now keenly aware of how easy it is for them to be hoes. We know how easy it is for women to cheat. Slut tell number 1, she owns a smartphone. And the reason for this, okay, is that women don't realize that they have to proactively build trust with a man of value, a 5%er. I'm not talking about your everyday clueless blue pill beta male who assumes that every woman is honest and virtuous. Those dudes are a dime a dozen. Girls aren't worried about those guys. I'm talking about the men who have options. Men who can come and go as they please and not give a second thought to dropping a bitch if she gets out of pocket regardless of how hot she is. Those are the men that require women to proactively build trust with them. So when a girl wonders why her boyfriend just dumped her out of the blue, she would do well to think back on the many times he asked her who she was texting and she responded, well, don't you trust me? Or just flat out lied to him, not knowing that he knows what girls like her are really like. Finally, number 20, the 20th and final bad habit, pardon me, that women bring into relationships that end up sabotaging them before they get started. They push to lock down before building their value. This is kind of sort of 17B or 17 part 2 in that they overestimate their value, so they assume that they deserve a 5%er to commit to them long term. And the biggest mistake that bitches make in these cases is that they act like they're entitled to commitment just because they look good and because they let him fuck her for a few weeks. Now again, the average man, the 95%er, the man with no red pill awareness, would succumb to her pressure. But a man of value, absolutely positively, will not tolerate a woman who feels entitled to his commitment for the sole reason that she happens to open her legs for him and that she acts kind to him. He knows these women turn bitchy as soon as she moves in or as soon as he puts a ring on it. So when females like this push for commitment before they've actually paid their dues by being a feminine, kind woman who stays in shape, sucks his dick, gives up the pussy on command, cooks for him, puts his needs before her, and does it for an extended period of time, meaning at least a year, they get dropped like the basic ass bitches they are. All right, let us go back to the chat here. All right, okay, look, man, here we go. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is good. See, there we go, man. We're already starting to see guys. We're already starting to see guys putting stuff together. This is good. This is very good. Wizard Praying says, men are attracted to vulnerability. Yes, we are. Women are not. Toy Surprise Basket says, my daughter's account. It's kind of weird. All right. J Pill representing Chi-Town in the house. Minister Jap is out there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Very good, very good. Good, very good. Fresh Prince exclusive says, I'm in LA, so many betas. Dude, there are so many betas everywhere, man. Kyle Mitchell wisely says, smartphones and social media are why I do not trust women. Evolution is not ready for technology. Ooh, very good. Good comment. Mr. Obvious says, is it a red flag pushing early commitment? Yes. Or, yes, he said it's a red flag. Okay, got it. So, Super Bowl 53 has come and gone. And, of course, I didn't get a chance to comment on this. You guys didn't really get my take on this. But, yes, the New England Patriots are Super Bowl champions once again. Listen, now, I picked the winner, did not pick the score. I thought it would be 45-40 Patriots in a wild shootout. Of course, I predicted I think the highest scoring Super Bowl ever was last year, if I'm not mistaken. 41-33, I think, was that 74 points scored in Super Bowl 52. But, yeah, Kevin Ibanez says, yeah, Kevin, I already know about Tobias Harris, homie. Come on, man. Bro, I'm in the 215. You already know I know about TB. Yes, sir. We got Tobias Harris. The Sixers got Tobias Harris. That is insurance against Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's a better player. Tobias Harris is a better shooter. Spreads the floor a little bit better. A lot less drama. Than Jimmy Butler. But yeah. So the narrative, many narratives coming out of Super Bowl 52, one of which is that, well, first thing I'm going to address is that Gronk is done. Like, he hasn't announced his retirement yet, but he's going to retire. His body's beaten up. Rob Gronkowski is a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to get in on the first ballot. He's one of the greatest tight ends we've ever seen. His statistics rival some of the greatest tight ends we've ever seen. He's not even 30 yet, or he just turned 30. There are guys out there talking about the fact that Julian Edelman is a Hall of Famer. And I disagree. Julian Edelman has he has a sterling postseason record. He's money in the postseason. That's very, very true. Okay? But I'm going to put up a graphic here. I actually saw this on a sports show. I saw this on the Herd. Actually, give me a second here. Oh, hang on a second. Of course, I need to add it first. All right. There it is. Forgot to carry it over from the other scene. Oh, wait. Oh, shit, man. It got all fucked up. Damn it. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to go back to the... Give me a second here.
You do not have to trust her.
All right, there we go. All right. Okay. So what you guys see on your screen, I don't know why OBS is fucking around with my pictures are, for whatever reason, my pictures are not rendering the same on OBS. Like, I had this all set up. Okay, there we are. I had this all set up, but for whatever reason, it's it always fucks up the rendering. I don't know. It's probably this new operating system. Anyway, so people are saying that Julian Edelman is a Hall of Famer. He is not a Hall of Famer. Okay. Very, very good postseason player, but we're going to put his statistics up against another player who is not a Hall of Famer. So for those of you guys listening, all right, listening to on the audio replay, in his career, Julian Edelman has 499 receptions, 5,390 reception yards, and 30 touchdowns. Meanwhile, player X has 1,024 receptions, 15,208 yards, and 91 touchdowns. Who is this player? Isaac Bruce. Isaac Bruce is not in the Hall of Fame. As a matter of fact, Isaac Bruce has tried, he's been on the Hall of Fame ballot going on 5 years now, and he's still not in. He's still not in. Right? Yeah, see, you guys, yeah, those of you guys who guessed it probably saw it on the Herd with Colin Cowherd. That was the graphic they put up. Listen, Julian Edelman's a great player. If he has 5 or 6 more good years, then yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame, but no, Julian Edelman's not a Hall of Famer yet. He's certainly on his way. He's not there yet. Isaac Bruce, should Isaac Bruce be on the Hall of Fame? Isaac Bruce is in that Tim Brown. He's in that Tim Brown area, right? Yeah, Isaac Bruce was good for the Rams even when they were sorry, even before they got Kurt Warner. Now, all the Julian Edelman dick suckers are gonna be like, well, Eli Manning. They talk about Eli Manning being a Hall of Famer. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings. He sucks in the regular season, right? Well, that's just it. If people are listen, just because you're putting in just because Eli Manning is being talked about in those same discussions, just because he has 2 Super Bowls, doesn't mean that you now put in Julian Edelman. Wow, NY Kia 31 makes a very good point. He says Isaac Bruce is a victim of everyone having inflated receiving totals now, but he should be in. I agree. Armando Moreno wants to know, what are my thoughts on Phillip Rivers being a Hall of Famer? Dude, I don't know. And you know what? This is it. I just answered my own question. When you're think about it like this, guys. When you're talking about, no, not quite that bad, Kevin. No, nobody thinks Jeremy Shockey should be in the Hall of Fame, dude. Come on. Edelman's better than Shockey. When you think about this, if you have to think about whether or not a player is a Hall of Famer, he's not a Hall of Famer. It's just like a marriage proposal. If you don't know, you know. If a guy proposes to a girl and she's like, oh, I don't really know. Well, if you don't know, you know, which is you don't want to marry him. If a guy gets down on his knee and a girl is already crying because she can't wait to say, yes, she wants to marry that guy. Of course she does, right? So if we say, is player X a Hall of Famer, if we have to go, they're not a Hall of Famer. There's no such thing as a borderline Hall of Famer. You can't be a little bit pregnant. Phillip Rivers is not a Hall of Famer. Not yet. Oh, dude, listen, man. Perfect burrito. Dude, that Rams offense in 99 was ridiculous. Dude, listen. Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Marshall Faulk. Don't forget about Oz Hakeem, who was the fastest player. Dude, Oz Hakeem was sneaky fucking fast. That was the fastest player on the field at all times. Fernando Trejo says a poor man's Michael Irvin. Okay, I'll buy that. Because Michael Irvin didn't have gaudy numbers either, but he's in the Hall of Fame. He should be. Won 3 Super Bowls. To me, a Hall of Famer, you have to have 10 years of dominance. You either have to have 10 years of dominance or 7 years of absolute dominance. To me, Terrell Davis is not a Hall of Famer. Sorry, Broncos fans. TD is not a Hall of Famer. He broke 2000. Yes, Lorenzo, you can talk about the Rams now. Okay? He broke the 2,000-yard mark, and he got John Elway 2 Super Bowls. But Terrell Davis wasn't a Hall of Famer. He didn't do it for long enough. Yes, D-Wee says Aikman didn't have gaudy numbers either. No, Troy Aikman did not have gaudy numbers either. But he won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. So, I think the standard is a little different for quarterbacks. Eli Manning is not a good quarterback, but Eli Manning is not a good quarterback, okay? The reason why he's being considered to be in the Hall of Fame is because he is undefeated in Super Bowls against the greatest coach-quarterback combo in history. Kyle Mitchell wants to know if Kurt Warner's a Hall of Famer. I don't think so. Oh, my God. Oh, man. If you have to think about it, the answer is no, he's close. Listen, just because he's in the Hall of Fame doesn't mean he deserves to be there. In my opinion, oh, my God. I got to see the numbers, man. I got to see the numbers. But Kurt Warner, I think, is in the Hall of Fame because of his story. Dude, Kurt Warner's story was unlike anything we'd ever seen. And listen, for those of you guys old enough to remember, I remember when it happened. Dude, the Rams were supposed to be a 10-6 team. They had Trent Green. They had all these weapons. Torrey Holt was a Hall of Famer. Or Torrey Holt was a rookie that season. By the way, I've met Torrey Holt before. Right? Torrey Holt, Oz Hakeem, Isaac Bruce, Marshall Faulk. Trent Green's the trigger man. Spent some time in Washington and Kansas City. Very good quarterback. Trent Green gets hurt. In comes Kurt Warner, who, oh, by the way, was bagging groceries just 6 months before. The Rams go 13-3 out of nowhere and win Super Bowl 34. Dude, one of the greatest out-of-nowhere stories ever. Kurt Warner then goes to a second consecutive Super Bowl where they lose to who? The upstart Patriots and second-year quarterback Tom Brady. The rest is history with Brady. Kurt Warner then goes to the Cardinals and is one Ben Roethlisberger immaculate throw to Antonio Holmes at the end of Super Bowl 43 away from being a 2-time Super Bowl champion with 2 different teams. With two different teams, right? So I don't know. That's a tough. I don't think. Listen, if we're using that standard, if you don't know, you know. Charles Merchant said Eli rode 2 excellent defenses to Super Bowl wins. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I think Tom Brady rode 2 good defenses to Super Bowls early in his career. Larry Fitzgerald, surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. Larry Fitzgerald is absolutely a Hall of Famer. Definitely. Kyle Mitchell said Kurt had a busted wife, but she was there when he was bagging groceries. Hey, listen, man. Say what you will about Brenda Warner. Right? Brenda Warner was on camera more than Kurt Warner was. Dude, but that bitch was... Listen, and she was a single... Oh, my God. He was such a fucking simp. Kurt Warner married this single mom. But I'm going to tell you what, man. Brenda Warner rode for her fucking guy, man. This dude was bagging groceries in and out of the CFL. Dude, she never stopped believing in him. He's 27 years old when he finally got a shot. Charles Merchant says Edelman has never been a number 1 receiver on his team. Yeah, he has this year. Edelman's the number 1 receiver, man. He is. But he's got to be a number 1 receiver for 10 years. Antonio Brown, Hall of Famer. Like, we know that. Listen, man. Listen, I know that we all get caught up in this, prisoner of the moment type stuff. Julian Edelman is one of the best receivers in football. He's not a Hall of Famer yet. I need 5 more years of dominance. The Donovan Sharpe criteria for a football Hall of Famer, I need 10 years of dominance or at least 7 years of absolute dominance. Running backs don't get 10 years of dominance. Adrian Peterson, Hall of Famer. Don't have to think about it. Don't have to think about it. Yeah, loyal women are hard to find, man. Woo. Yeah, listen, Brenda Warner was busted like a motherfucker, man, but the bitch rode for Drew Brees, Hall of Famer. Colts kicker Adam Vinatieri, Hall of Famer. Absolutely, positively no. Again, when you put the names up there, you know instantly. Let me think of some other. Like I said, Antonio Brown's a Hall of Famer. God, who are some other? Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer. Phillip Rivers, not yet. I can't really think of any. My mind is kind of blown. Donovan McNabb is Donovan McNabb a Hall of Famer? No, Donovan McNabb is not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. And again, Donovan McNabb is a very Donovan McNabb went to 5 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl appearance. Okay? Listen, I have to think about it. And maybe I'm trying to overcompensate for my Philly bias. Donovan McNabb obviously is my favorite Eagles player of all time. Is Brian Westbrook a Hall of Famer? No, Brian Westbrook is not a Hall of Famer. Abram Outlaw just said Dalton. Are you talking about Andy Dalton? Abram, is that a serious question? Zach Thomas, not a Hall of Famer. Dude, Emmitt Smith, definitely a Hall of Famer. Hell yeah. Frank Gore, listen, Frank Gore is a Hall of Famer on longevity. Dude, Frank Gore is 87 years old, still getting 4.3 yards a carry. He's a Hall of Famer. Deuce Staley, not a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Abram, you're trolling with that, dude. Is Andy Dalton a Hall of Famer? Listen, Andy Dalton is about as much of a Hall of Famer as Blake Bortles. DeWee says maybe Dalton from Roadhouse before Andy Dalton. Listen, Andy Dalton, see, here's the thing. Andy Dalton isn't good, but he's not terrible. And Andy Dalton's been to the playoffs a bunch of times, which is more than what a lot of quarterbacks can say. Roethlisberger's definitely a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer. Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer. Russell Wilson is a Hall of Famer. Brady, obviously, in the Central. Joe Flacco's not a Hall of Famer. AFC West. There's nobody in the AFC West that's a current Hall of Famer. Nope. DeAndre Hopkins is not a Hall of Famer yet, but he's on his way. He's definitely on his way. DeAndre Hopkins. Phillip Rivers, not a Hall of Famer, not yet. Phillip Rivers needs 2 more really, really good years, and he needs a ring. Yep, I already said that. DeAndre Hopkins, I saw it. Doug Johnson, Jesus Christ. I remember when I was old enough. Well, yes, Jim Kelly is absolutely a Hall of Famer. Andrew Luck isn't a Hall of Famer yet, but he will be. Blake Bortles, listen. Ooh, Sam Mills, that's a good one. Ooh, that's a really good one, man. Is Sam Mills I think Sam Mills is in the Hall of Fame, right? I think Sam Mills is in the Hall of Fame. That is, borderline, dude. I don't know if you guys remember this, but back when the Carolina Panthers were new, back in '96, they had that hellified linebacking core. It was Sam Mills, Kevin Green, and Lamar Lathan. You guys, dude, you remember those guys. Dude, those guys were, this is why the Panthers almost went to the Super Bowl in their first year of existence, because of those 3 dudes. Okay, so Sam Mills isn't in, then yeah. Listen, Sam Mills should not be in the Hall of Fame then. I agree. Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer. Sway Senator says Russell will be in the Hall of Famer. He'll be Hall of Famer twice. He'll be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame and in the Simp Hall of Fame. Yes, absolutely. And by the way, it's not the NFL Hall of Fame, guys. It is called the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Warren Moon spent half of his career in the first half of his career or so in the CFL. Then he came over and then he came over here and lit up the league. Yeah, dude, that linebacker group, they were fucking scary, dude. Oh my God, they were crazy. Crazy fast. Yes, Roethlisberger's definitely in. Sean Taylor, absolutely a Hall of Famer. You kidding me? Oh, hell yeah. Dude, Sean Taylor, honestly, the two best safeties that I have ever, the two best, oh boy. Well, we'll just keep it to safeties. Oh my God. Oh, now here I go. Okay, the three best safeties that I have ever watched play in my lifetime: Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, Earl Thomas. John Lynch was good. Those are the three best safeties of, oh God, dude, Brian Dawkins. Yep. John Lynch was really, really good. Yeah, listen, D-Wee says Sean Taylor and Ed Reed best ever. Dude, maybe. Oh, Ronnie Lott. Forgot about him. Yep. Definitely Ronnie Lott. Abso-fucking-lutely. Jamarcus Russell. Richard Sherman is a Hall of Famer. Cam Chancellor could have been in the Hall of Fame. He didn't play long enough. No, Randall Cunningham's not a Hall of Famer. Cam Chancellor could have been he could have been the best strong safety. And by the way, not to go football 101 here, but a lot of guys who watch football don't really understand what the difference is between a strong safety and a free safety. A free safety is like a fifth cornerback, okay? The free safety is usually a smaller guy, the faster guy. A strong safety is like a fifth linebacker. He's usually the thick guy. Think Earl Thomas, who is small and fast, and Cam Chancellor, who's a pterodactyl. Troy Polamalu, definitely a Hall of Famer. Rodney Harrison, not a Hall of Famer. Nope. Wow, D-Wee says Lester Hayes had 16 picks in 1 year. I don't know. I can't base my Hall of Fame votes. No, Ryan Clark didn't play long enough. Matt Ryan will be a Hall of Famer. Matt Ryan's going to put up stupid numbers. Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson, absolutely. Man, good show tonight, guys. Very, very good show. Very good discussions. I will be releasing the conversation that I had with Minister Jap regarding Cynthia G sometime this weekend. I knew that I couldn't leave that up on YouTube. I think when I announced it, it had like 16 dislikes. 16 thumbs down. No, Doug Williams, not a Hall of Famer. Doug Williams is not a Hall of Famer. But I'll be releasing that soon, the Minister Jap conversation about Cynthia G. So be sure to stay tuned. Those are going to be my patrons. Big time, major announcement coming on Monday. Huge announcement coming on Monday. So guys, be sure to tune in. Obviously, I'll be back on the air tomorrow. But I've got a major announcement coming up on Monday, so you guys definitely do not want to miss that. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Be sure to subscribe to my weekly newsletter on DonovanSharpe.com. And if you want access to the vault, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.